Hey, good evening, everyone. It's me, Nisi. Wanted to come to you guys tonight to discuss a couple of things briefly. Last couple of days, I have been uploading like crazy on my Facebook platform videos concerning the outbreak, the Wuhan strand of the coronavirus. And I have been uploading videos from Oppenheimer Ranch, Leak Project, as well as Dr. Paul Cottrell. I found Dr. Paul Cottrell online through Rex Bear with Leak Project. He did a podcast with him, and I found it quite interesting. So I wanted to go over with you guys quickly so far as what we know. I've done a video a couple days ago, but I wanted to come to you guys again just to kind of refresh and go over a couple of things. So what do we know so far? I have my notes here. This outbreak was announced back in December 2019 in China. It was announced in the U.S. in January 2020. Cases started to be reported around the 21st here in the United States. And also, if you notice, Agenda 201 was just announced, which has similarities with Gematria. Agenda 201, February the 1st, it came out in the news. If you've been following the videos that I've uploaded from Paul Cottrell, then you guys will understand that there's more going on than what is being reported. So what else do we know? According to what I have researched and what Dr. Paul Cottrell, as well as Diamond with Oppenheimer Ranch has reported, him and Leah, the virus was bioengineered to study the natural carrier of the bats that are infected by the coronavirus. So these bats carry this antigen naturally. And so scientists were studying a group of bats. And what they were doing was they were studying the latency period of how long it would take for a bat or a human to carry the virus and to get sick, I guess. So whether it was intentionally leaked or unintentionally leaked, at this point, it doesn't matter, it's out. The WHO, in my opinion, as well as others like Dr. Paul Cottrell, feels that they're behind the curveball, that they didn't catch this virus early enough. And unfortunately, from what I'm seeing in the news, they are praising China for how they're handling these cases. They are late to admit the problems, or they're late to admit the number of fatalities and the number of cases that are being reported. And I feel, after researching it, along with the information that was provided by Diamond with Oppenheimer Ranch, as well as Dr. Paul Cottrell, I feel that they are correct. These cases are being underreported. Everything that's being reported right now, Lisa Haven did a video today, and the cases that are being reported right now, you need to divide or multiply those by 10 because they are being underreported by that much. We have a crisis on our hands, and the United States needs to get prepared to handle this, period. We must take our own health care in our hands. And so with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about what you can do to ward off the coronavirus or to fight the virus as much as possible. Now, from what I understand is that listening to Dr. Paul Cottrell and a few others, the most critical and most important thing that we have to remember is, come on in, son. I'm going to turn the camera this way.
Don't do it. Go back. It'll mess up your video when you go upload.
Okay, I'm sorry. Basically, okay, let me regroup. Basically, what I understand from them is several things. One, we need to keep our immune system at optimum peak. Doing that would be, you can research these things that I'm going to tell you to go online. One, Dr. Paul Cottrell suggests that we up our intake of vitamin C at least 3 times a day, 1,000 milligrams. I know the recommended daily amount is 2,000, but if you're under the weather or you're not feeling good, you want to try to boost your immune system as quick as possible. The theory behind that is that when you take the 3,000 milligrams 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and dinner, whatever, you are keeping a constant peak within your body. Vitamin C will run through your body, and it's secreted through the kidneys. So even though you're taking 3,000 milligrams, realistically, your body's not storing 3,000 milligrams. Okay. So you need to drink lots and lots and lots of water. I would state reverse osmosis water, 7-stage filtration system. If you have one, maybe look into it. If not, I drink Simple Truth from Kroger's. Okay. That's what I have. Vitamin C. Also, other natural homeopathic remedies would be the turmeric and garlic, ginger, which is a good antiviral. You can kind of boil those lightly with some distilled water or some purified water, not tap water. Put that in a teapot, and then just let that brew and then drink that. Okay, that can help boost your immune system, and that's naturally. Yeah, or he will eat them raw. Okay. Also, another thing is red algae and licorice bark or licorice. You can get those in the store, and red algae is really easy to grow at home. I'll see if I can link a video in this description box, or I'll upload it on the Facebook platform so you guys can take a look at that. But that's another thing. Also, elderberry syrup. These things are organic. They're not. Elderberry syrup is also another good one that you can make. I found a good recipe online with my coworker. She actually has been making the little gummy bears, the elderberry gummy bears that are really good. So you can try that. I'll see if I can link that information where you can get the kit and you can make it at home for yourself.
Elderberry stops the flu from transferring over into your body, scientists are showing. So if you take enough elderberry and vitamin C, that's also going to help out with your overall health.
Yeah. So the goal is to keep you healthy and to keep your immune system up. Now, also, what I wanted to discuss really quickly is just to make sure you guys continue to wash your hands. And I'm in the bathroom now at work washing my hands, and my hands are really dry. Wash them at least 20 seconds briskly under warm, hot, soapy water.
It's more
20 seconds.
It's more so that you moving your hand around
to get the.
Since I wash my hands a lot.
Yeah, he's a massage therapist, so yeah.
It's more so you want to move your hands around and get all that stuff to slough off.
Yeah.
And come off and fall.
Yeah. So you just want to be mindful if you're in the elevator bay at work. Don't touch with your hands, maybe elbow or your knuckles. Get to a place where you can do. Wash your hands if you can't. Use hand sanitizer. Never touch your face or your eyes or your mouth. A virus can get into your ears as well. So, I mean, you have to be careful at this point. Also, I would state buffets and that type of thing where you're going out to eat and you're having parties or social events. I would kind of curtail that right now. Honestly, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be doing any restaurants unless I absolutely had to. I would start preparing my food at home and cooking at home and not going out to eat if you can avoid it at all possibility right now, because this virus is going to spread, and it's going to spread even more than what they're reporting. Okay. People, they have a latency period anywhere between 7 to 14 days.
A day to 14 days.
1 day to 14 days, meaning you can be asymptomatic, not have any symptoms, and be around people. What I have read is that they are consider you to be a high probability that you could catch the virus if you are within 3 feet of a person more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes or 3 feet.
That doesn't make any sense at all, the period.
I know.
Because it's just germ theory.
Yeah.
You get in contact with it. So
in the air, and also I've also read in some cases where they're saying this virus lives on surfaces anywhere from 3 to 5 days, especially money. So there's a lot to what's going on and what's being said and what's being circulated right now.
Not 100% of it do I actually agree with, or do I actually think is making sense. It seems more like it's a thing.
Right. So, yeah. So just make sure that you guys wash your hands. And in the event of a crisis, I think that I did not upload the video today. I might do it after I upload this one. I watched a video earlier this morning of Dr. Cottrell. And what he wanted to push home or drive home to everyone is, in the event that there is a crisis here in the United States, they're going to take advantage of ushering in a lot of different things. And now we are not speculating, because you all need to be self-reliant and do not depend on the government to take care of you. This release was probably an accident, but at the same time, it kind of ushers in more things that are going to come down the pipeline.
Yeah, there's a Bio-Patriot Act where they start taking over our medical wellness. It's not something that we want, and we definitely don't want them injecting us with stuff.
Right.
We can't trust the pharmaceutical companies. They're just making money off of us.
Right.
And our sickness. You really can't trust them.
So the natural way right now is the best way to boost your immune system with over-the-counter remedies, homeopathic remedies to help fight it off or to keep your immune system up. The most important thing, why I wanted to make this video tonight, because he just popped in for just a brief, quick minute, is that if you do find yourself getting sick, I know the proper protocols would be to call your primary care physician, and he will probably tell you to go to the hospital. You need to make sure you call the hospital first so that they are aware that you're coming in and you have flu-like symptoms. And again, the masks are hard to find, but if you do find the masks are for you in the event that you get sick, to keep you from spreading it to other people, not for you to wear around 24/7. And because the moisture and the mold can cause problems for you and actually get you sick. So the masks are primarily for you if you get sick with the infection, that you don't want to spread it to someone else. Now, in the event that you do get sick, listen to what I'm going to tell you, because this is very important. I will upload the video where he'll explain it more. What you need to understand is that there are several different strains of the coronavirus. The last time I checked, there were 9. The one thing that they are starting to do in other countries, in India and China, is that they are giving you antiviral medications as a treatment, and for the people who are sick. Now, here's what you got to understand. There's a case in Florida of a 10-year-old boy. He's been sick for about 3 to 5 days now, and the parents contacted Dr. Cottrell yesterday morning to talk to him. The doctors there at the hospital have been giving him antibiotics, giving him fluids and things like that, but they're not treating him with antiviral drugs. From what I understand, if you get sick and you catch it in enough time, go to the hospital and request that they give you antivirals. I'm under the impression, after listening to Dr. Paul Cottrell's podcast, that they're not going to be so forthcoming to do that right away. So if you're in the point where you're sick and you can't talk for yourself, you need to tell your family, your loved ones, that they need to treat you with antiviral medications. What I understand is that that strain of the coronavirus that now exists has a commonality strain with all the other viruses. There's a base genome that's in there that will respond to antiviral medications. The reason why you want to get them in your system quicker and sooner than later is because it causes permanent lung damage or lung scarring in your lungs. So you will end up, if you recover, if you don't pass, because what I've read and what I understand is 1 in every 6 people, 1 person will get the coronavirus and they will die. The other 5 have a chance of surviving, but you've got to get the medication in your system quicker, and it will help curtail the lingering side effects or the damage done from the virus. It is more susceptible to men. I'm sure you guys have followed the podcast. Some of you may not have, but men are 3 times more likely than women to get the virus. Okay, so you have to demand that they treat you with antiviral medications. I will link the video so you guys can listen to him, because he knows. Okay, I'm just passing the information on. So what he was saying is the key is to catch it earlier. When you feel like you're coming down with something, assume, I hate to say it, but assume the worst and try to catch it as quick as possible. And the key to fighting this thing is either by homeopathic ingredients or antiviral meds from the hospital immediately. I went over the red algae, the licorice root, turmeric and curcumin is another thing, as well as the ginger. We did say ginger, elderberry. So I've given you several different things that you, colloidal silver, to get your immune system up. So basically, also I wanted to remind you guys one more thing, is that when you're washing your dishes at home, you need to start washing them with bleach. And for you guys that wear your clothes once or twice, you need to wash them one time. You wear them one time and wash them, okay? Because we really don't know a lot about this virus, other than the fact that we're trying to stay well and we're not trying to bring anything in the house. And so what I'm also going to propose now too, what I'm going to start doing as of this weekend, is start taking our shoes off in the garage and coming in with our socks and our bare feet. So bleaching the house down, keeping the floors sanitary, and trying not to bring antigens in the house if all possible.
Now, inside of my own thing of me sitting here looking at it, Dr. Paul Cottrell doesn't even realize who's really in charge. I'm like sitting here watching his videos and seeing him wake up to all the actual extra stuff that's really going on. He's like, someone has to do something about it. And it's like, dude, you're late. You don't even know. So he's just now getting into this whole area in the spectrum of life, apparently. At the same time, also remember,
he's on lockdown in his apartment, so he's got plenty of time to research.
It's one of those things of, yeah, there's this viruses out there. We're all going to go someday. At the same time, just do what you need to do to boost your immune system. I wouldn't be super
paranoid about it.
Paranoid about it. I wouldn't.
But you need to be aware and be prepared and be smart about it. Yeah.
I wouldn't, like, personally, all this extra stuff, because it feels like China is saying they blame America for their super hyper-sensitilization of it. And it's like, yeah, and then some people, there have been some videos that have been caught with people passing out that didn't even look real because the person put their hand out in front of them to catch themselves. If you're passing out and you're just actually passing out.
Well, I've seen some that do, and he did explain that in another video about how it affects your renal glands within your kidneys.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, you'll pass out, but if you're going to pass out, you're not going to put your hands up in front of you to brace yourself for your fall. If you're actually passing out, you're just going to fall.
If you're lucky enough.
That's what's going to happen. So a lot of the things could be faked, especially inside the day's day with the whole propaganda machines all inside full swing, especially with the impeachment that just got done and all this other stuff. Make sure you be mindful of all that stuff. Just do the basics to increase your own your immune system. Yeah. Don't get too much into the whole.
But I do want to say that this is a great time for them to come in and usher and infringe on our civil liberties.
If you get freaked out about it, people. If
now, what I have heard through videos from various people online is that they are quietly calling in the current military folks, and they're being briefed in the event that there is an outbreak. The military will come in and they will have their level 3 bio gear on.
And they will probably force vaccinate you.
At some point, they probably will do that.
Will force vaccinate you.
So my advice to you guys.
Don't buy into the hype too much, because it's the more fear that goes out there, the more people are going to watch.
And it does lower your immune system.
Keep your mind inside the right place.
Yeah.
Just do the things you need to do to build it up. Don't make it too big.
Right, but also while he's saying that, I would still say it does not hurt for you guys to just eat extra food, extra water. Quietly do it. You ain't got to make a big deal out of it.
Look, the economy's going to collapse next year, so if you're not ready for
and we're facing a grand solar minimum, so you guys need to start prepping. If you're not prepping,
there's all types of reasons why you need to have enough food.
You need to stock
have
up.
Your own seeds.
Yeah,
everything.
Don't wait until they announce something where they do a lockdown and then everybody makes a run on the stores. Just quietly do it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Be extra cautious and mindful of everything that's going on around you, obviously. But in the interim, you guys just start prepping and preparing and do what you need to do. So your safety and your well-being is the most important thing. So if you want to announce it to your family and friends and tell them, if not, they don't believe you, that's fine. I'm just putting it out there because I feel like in the last week or so, I've learned a lot more and I've been researching a lot more. And you know what? Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Dr. Paul Cottrell will be on Marfoogle News. I would say tune into that. Check him out. Listen to it. There is so much more that I want to cover, but I want to keep this video under 20 minutes. But I just wanted to come to you guys. I'm glad Alex popped in so we could kind of give you some ideas. I know I posted a video a couple of days ago, but I've been really trying to focus on learning as much as I possibly can on the virus. There's a lot of medical terminology that still over my head, but I do understand the basis of what is going on. The virus was bioengineered, but the United States is pointing fingers. China is pointing fingers. The WHO is praising China. And I can tell you one way, they leaked out yesterday a number, and it was 10 times more than what they're reporting on the news. And one last tidbit, we used to say that there were 6 conglomerates that own the news media around the United States or around the world. There's only 5 corporations now. So basically, they give you a sheet of paper, and the newscasts or the anchors.
Everyone should already know about the 5.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I just want to repeat that and just let them know to be mindful that every channel that you turn to, they're going to be reporting the same thing. It's because they're given a script. They're not going to tell you everything that you need to know. Just be mindful of that. And anyway, I just want to keep the video short. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And remember, be the change you want to see all around this planet, because it is up to you and us to make that change and to make that difference. Have a good night. Bye.